Yeah.
So I got Noland. He has been having an interesting conversation. Yes,
God, his hair looks blown out almost. Do you know what I mean? It really, he's got like a big coif or whatever on the top, right?
He's looking good.
You guys,
he's just a little different.
You guys seeing this hair? Did he get a blowout? Look at this.
He's dressed totally different now. He's got like, I've never seen him dress like this.
He actually has a blowout. He actually he got the fucking, that is awesome, man.
He put his cowboy hat behind him. We got a new cowboy hat.
Very cool. Very cool.
I wanted to hear what Led Zeppelin's secret weapon to rule the rock world was.
Electric guitar.
Nope.
Everybody, Michael Noland here. You know, I was thinking as a follow-up to my video on Led Zeppelin, what I do tonight is discuss some of the various aspects that truly separated this band from its peers.
I love this part.
Yeah, the intro is fucking sick, man. Like, it doesn't fit at all. It seems like he's like a preacher or something. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like it's like some Jesus thing. It just comes out of nowhere. XJ says he had a job interview. That's why he has his hair. Yeah, he was trying to secretly go and get a job at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they recognized him again and they turned him away.
He has to destroy it from the inside.
Yeah, he's trying to get a job there. They're like, nice try, Noland. You know, he's like the guy who kept going into the British Open.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't even begin to talk about Led Zeppelin unless you start off with Jimmy Page. Now, at the point that Jimmy Page was
always the most obvious thing
you think. I thought he was going to say something like insightful there. Do you know what I mean? He's like, you cannot start talking about them without their most famous member and lead guitarist. The member. You can't start talking about the band without discussing one of its main members. Yeah, somebody in the chat said, yeah, their secret was where is it? Real Timmy stealing songs from blues artists. Yeah, I think that was one of their big secrets. Definitely.
I thought he might say something about that, but maybe.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, I mean, he is right. Strong bad man. He's right. It's just. I wasn't expecting it to be so obvious.
This band together. He was still really just trying to find replacement members for the band, the New Yardbirds.
Oh yeah,
the Yardbirds had recently broken up, leaving.
Right?
I like that they were called the New Yardbirds.
The
actually is better than this. I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting crazy, but I meant to show this one because the title screen was really fucking funny. And I think it could be a really fun one to do because it's another one where the answer is like super obvious, you know?
Hey everybody, welcome to The Bottom Line. I'm Michael Noland, and tonight we're gonna.
Now that's the Noland we all know. That's a Noland shirt right there.
Yeah, America.
He's got the shirt, baby.
Talk about U2 and their upcoming residency at the Las Vegas Sphere, but we're also going to talk about the cost to you and I, the cost financially, physically, and even more importantly, the cost artistically.
Okay, number one, what was the music there?
Yeah, that music was a haunting sort of funeral type music, but what was he talking about? I didn't understand a single thing he said.
So U2 is doing a Las Vegas residency, and that's what he's talking about. Other than that, I don't actually know.
Yeah. Hey, Deej Bro.
Yeah.
Gifting a tier 1 sub goes to Freelance Communist. Oh, my man cow wouldn't like that.
He would hate that. I love the opening. It's just.
Yeah, subscribe to the tribe. I mean,
all right.
There's no way that's not a religious guy on that intro.
I know.
To get the ball rolling, let's talk about the talent. Let's talk about who is going to be performing. And of course, that's U2. Now, are they going to be performing their latest album? Of course, I'm talking about their latest offering, Songs of Surrender. All right. And they redid a lot of their past stuff. And you would think that maybe that's what they would be touring. reworkings of their old stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
sense.
evidently, it was important enough to do and present as an album to us. Not, frankly, I think it's one of the.
Oh wait, he just threw a knot in
Did
there.
you just do a knot joke?
Yeah, I think he just did a knot.
All right, everyone, can we get some laughs going, please? That was a joke.
Hold on. I don't even know. Here.
Present as an album to us. Not, frankly.
Wow. He doesn't even really hit it with the proper comedic timing. Like, he doesn't give it any sort of a pause or anything. It kind of works better though, because you don't even see it coming. Fucking pretty nice.
I think it's one of the worst offerings of the year. And
wait,
to prove my.
Why does he calls them offerings?
Yes, he does call albums offerings. I've noticed that on a bunch of different ones.
This guy's weird, man.
He's just his speech is so crazy.
My point, U2 is not touring that album. As a matter of fact, U2 isn't touring at all. So what will they be performing? One of my favorite rock and roll albums of all time, Achtung Baby. But get this, this album is known for its drumming. This album is known for Larry Mullen's input, and Larry Mullen isn't there. In fact, this band shouldn't even be called U2. It should be called U1.5.
Okay, so he's hitting some heavy punchlines tonight.
He's fucking on fire tonight.
U1.5 is he actually fucking killed them with that. I'm not a big supporter of Nolan, but he fucking strung them up, killed them with that one.
I know. Who's Axe Bomber says, "Wow, a Larry Mullen enthusiast," and that's how I've never. I didn't even know who Larry Mullen was.
Yeah, I only know him. There's some reference from something. I do know that he's the drummer from Denny and the Jets, gifting a tier 1 sub to Rich Stench. Hey, thanks for the gift sub. But
I can't complain about the material that they are deciding to perform, and it would be great if U2 was there to perform it, but they're not. No Larry, no U2.
Oh shit!
Whoa! But wait a second. Is the fucking Bono guy there, the main guy? If he's fucking there, then it's U2. I'm sorry to say.
It's two guys. And then the rest of them, it doesn't matter.
If fucking Bono is there, then it's fucking U2.
The other guy, Edge.
Yeah, if Edging is there and Bono and the Edging are there, then it's fucking U2.
It's U2, man. I don't care. Nobody knows. I'll bet you if you went and talked to 7 50-year-old men, none of them would know who Larry Mullen is.
They would all know the Bone Man. They would all know him, aka Boneyard, Bono.
Bono.
No Ringo, no Beatles. So what is the cost to see this version of U2 playing an old?
Again, is he fucking joking here? It's just the drummer missing. That happens on regular tours sometimes when bands are going on their main tours sometimes, you know?
Yeah. It's so fucking weird to like the drummer. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I know there's probably drummers listening to this right now. You just don't make any sort of a difference.
That's not true. I do want to say that isn't true in all bands. Sometimes they do. And the drummer, they'll tell you, it is very, very important, obviously. But they can have, I just want to say I have a friend who's a drummer, and he was nice enough. I mentioned it maybe before. He's nice enough to bring me out to the when he was drumming on tour with Caroline Polachek, and he is Russell Holtzman. He's a fucking incredible drummer. But yeah, he's filling in a band, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
He's no Larry Mullen, who would have been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Older classic album, I admit that. But what is the cost to you and I? Well, you've heard me complain about nosebleed tickets getting up to $200, $250. You can say goodbye to that problem because the nosebleeds in this place go for $400, $450.
Yeah. I'll tell you, him and I are on the same fucking page here, and I think everybody is. give me a break. This gouging your fucking fans and just, like, you're already so fucking rich. It actually fucking fucks with me. I talk about, like, like Beyonce or something, or the fucking Rolling Stones or whatever, going out and literally charging like $1,000 for a ticket is like fucking criminal. Like, how are people not fucking, marching around with their fucking heads on it? Well, I can't say stuff like that, but
the thing, Chris, the thing I think is it's this certified resale thing that Ticketmaster's doing.
No, I understand.
I generally don't know. I never know what the tickets were on sale for originally, because they all get bought and then
that's a problem as well. But I'm talking about the initial cost of the tickets. Like, these people will do a show and it'll be $200 for a fucking ticket. And it's like, come on, you've done so well. Why don't you cover your fucking costs and go out and do a fucking tour? I know some artists do it, but why don't you go out and fucking do it so people can afford it? You have like kids fucking saving up all their allowance and shit, and like people who have no fucking money, and they're going to give it like, anyways.
I'm with you, dude. I just bought wrestling tickets for $200 a piece, and they are not like the best seats.
I couldn't go to UFC when it come to Vancouver, because it just fucking, all the prices were outrageous.
Yeah.
And the really good seats, the ones that were available when I checked, were close to $5,000. That means for a couple to go see these people, to be in the best seats of the house.
What's the 8,000? That's a different thing.
I think he's,
it'll cost them nearly 10 grand. And if they come from anywhere that requires air flight, you can add quite a ticket price to that. And that doesn't even...
The way he said air flight was really good to me.
Yeah.
Even begin
my favorite kind
to take up the cost of just being in Vegas. It doesn't take in car rentals. It doesn't take in room charges or food charges. And by the way, Vegas isn't great on freebies like back in the
So wait a second.
And it doesn't.
Well, yeah, it's not going to cover your gambling. I mean, it's not going to take that into account if you have a gambling problem. I could lose $50,000. You're starting to lose me on the point. I think you're muddying it up. You don't need to bring this stuff into it. The prices are too high, period.
Like, there's so much stuff he could complain about. Now he's adding, like,
yeah, don't forget the fucking 2,500 I lost at the craps. His pause right now is really good as well. By the way, he's like, this is such a classic Nolan pause. Like, this is just the way I always imagined him looking.
Yeah.
Take in account to the fact that you're paying all of this in order to walk into a giant HD TV. Oh, there's live stuff going on there. But for the vast majority of people in that dome, they're going to be about that big. And like I said, you're going to pay about 10.
Wait, it's call me crazy, but it's about the sound.
No.
More than the visual, more than the visual, which might not be good either. But his first thing that he's saying is, "Hey, man, you can't even see them that well."
I mean, I guess like it's whatever. I've gone to whole shows and not even turned around and looked at the stage.
Yeah, I mean, especially think about if you're moshing or something at a show, you would never fucking look at the people. You're listening to the music. I close my eyes sometimes, like if I'm at like a drone show or something like that and I'm really stoned or high or something, I'll close my eyes completely. I won't watch it all.
Yeah.
Grand just to get into the building, if you're a couple, to actually see these guys. Now, it's interesting because starting back in 2020, when bands couldn't tour and everything, the smart ones started writing. What did you two do? You had the Edge.
Hey, he's talking. Oh, I thought he was saying
we worked through the whole thing.
We were continuing to work. What did we do? What did you do?
I didn't take a single fucking day off the whole time.
That's funny from Medieval Drywall. The reason he cares about seeing the band is because he wants to see who's fugly and who's not.
He should do a fucking show with Tony Speed. Like, Tony Speed would probably like Noland a lot more than,
Yeah, 100%.
Recordings, Bono finishing up his memoirs, the other two giving a crap about that album, and they put it together, put all 4 of their photos on it, and present it as a U2 project. Yet even back then, for them to have been booked into this venue this year, agreements were already being made.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is when he really loses me, when he starts like talking about the business side of, and he's just like talking about all this inside business shit. I have no fucking clue what he's talking about.